the starting images. Yes. Hey guys.
Hey. Third time's a charm.
Number 3. All right, we're on episode number 44 today, and we're excited to be back with you.
All right, let's see if it'll work. All right, friends, welcome back to episode 44.
44. We've done so many.
Yes, it's crazy. Super fun.
So today, it's all about me.
It is. Karen loves attention. She begged me.
That's hilarious. Not really, but I do love sharing ideas with you guys.
Yes.
So, today I'm just going to focus on some St. Patrick's Day learning ideas and rainbow fun that you can have, just because I love doing that sort of stuff. So first of all, I just want to share with you some reasons why I like to do these kinds of activities with my kids. And I don't know how much you do at your home, but for me, it's kind of about breaking up the monotony in our house. Because most days, it's just kind of the traditional, like we pull out our books, we do our math online, just the normal stuff. But when holidays roll around or when I feel the mood, I like to just break it up a little and do some interesting things with my kids. Because, first of all, we can.
Yeah.
And also, it just makes things a lot more interesting for learning and gives them an opportunity to just have some variety in their education. And I like doing seasonal things just because it's enjoyable.
It's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a really fun level of that, too.
Yeah.
Just, like, I know, like, when you go to school, they have a lot of the cutesy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes kids want to recreate that at home, too.
Yeah. And I don't do a lot of cutesy crafts.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do things that have a little more purpose behind them, which not to say crafting doesn't. I think there's a time and a purpose for it. And I think it's good for my kids to learn art skills and craft skills because those are valuable. But typically I like to do things that have some sort of educational value along with them. And that's what I aim for with most of these activities on my site as well. Sometimes they're just purely fun, but mostly they have some sort of educational slant to them.
Yeah.
Which you'll find like the reasons why I do activities on pretty much every post.
Yeah.
So
they're awesome. They're super fun.
So a couple of fun, just little seasonal things you can do this March to just celebrate St. Patrick's Day, which, is a really important holiday.
With your Irish roots.
Right. I'm Irish. Are you Irish at all?
No.
No? I've got a lot of Irish
English.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
you probably have some Irish.
I'm sure there's some mixed in there, but it's like as English as English can get.
Yeah, but I do love St. Patrick's Day just for the pure fun of it. Like there's, nothing religious behind it or anything for me. I am Irish, but just for fun.
Yeah.
So a couple of things I have on my site that you can use during this season are some St. Patrick's Day pattern block mats. And I don't know if you guys know those, like there's plastic or wooden shapes that are, triangles, hexagons, rectangles, circles, all different shapes. And so these little pattern block mats have themes. I have different seasonal ones, but for St. Patrick's Day, such as rainbows, a couple of different rainbows, horseshoes, leprechauns, and clovers. And they're just, cute little pictures that they can build with the shapes.
So do you have the shapes on your site as well?
I don't have printable ones. Okay. No, we just use actual plastic ones that we have a set of. I don't like printable ones personally because they're just harder to use. They stick together. You can find them if you don't have the actual blocks. You can find them to print online, but I don't have that on my site. I'm sure you can find them free on a lot of sites though.
Okay.
There's lots of people that have those.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these are just, I love doing these kinds of things. I like the hands-on component of it, especially for younger kids. These are good for preschool through early elementary. I was even thinking
this would be great for read-alouds.
Yes.
Like,
things like
this
are so good
hands.
for read-alouds. My kids will pull these or other similar types of activities out when they know I'm going to be reading a long chapter of a book or something like that. They'll say, oh, can I get out something to work on while you read? And I love it when they do because they are still listening. And it gives like a good focused reading time for them, especially little busy kids that struggle to sit still and listen. This helps them to sit still longer. So yeah, that's a really good point. Good.
Yeah. Well, I just have busy ones.
No, I totally get it. I do too. But it's also just, it's a good skill that they're learning while they work on these kinds of activities because they're learning their shapes and they're learning to, matching and identifying shapes and building patterns. It's a really good skill for early elementary age kids.
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I have another, this is just a little ABC printable booklet that's super cute. It's a St. Patrick's ABC, and each letter has a picture, and it's like A is for apple. I can't remember what's on them all right now. My mind is drawing a blank, but I remember C is
Counseling?
it's not what it is in
Oh,
my
I was
notes.
like,
I'm like,
that's an interesting
hilarious.
choice.
Hold on,
G
give
is
me
for
1 second.
gold.
G is for
makes
gold.
Much more sense.
My notes messed me up.
Is it the Blarney stone?
No,
is it B
it does
for
not say
Blarney?
It probably is B for Blarney or something like that. Anyway, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'll have to pull them up and I'll put it in the notes for you. But each letter has a little St. Patrick's theme that goes along with them, and what I do is I laminate them so they're reusable, and just put them on a little ring, and then use a dry erase marker, and they can write the letter and learn the word. It has the letter and then the word underneath in a picture.
C is not for counseling. Apparently.
That's hilarious. I don't know.
That's when I think of St. Patrick's Day. That's what I think of.
Thanks, Meg.
Oh, she's deleting it.
I'm deleting my notes. No, it's funny. Anyway, so that's a fun one. Another it's a little printable that you can find on my site. And then here's one if you don't want a printable. This is a cute little craft that we did. See, I don't have a lot of crafts, but this was a super fun one. We took 5 Q-tips and taped them between just clear packing tape.
Okay.
And then dipped them in paint and made rainbows with the Q-tips.
Oh, cute.
And then they just drew on, or I can't remember if we drew or glued on like other parts to make a pot of gold and different things to make a little rainbow picture with a pot of gold on it. And my kids had so much fun doing it. So simple. But just putting them in the tape made it really extra special for them, and
just something different.
They loved it. Yeah, so fun. And any kind of rainbow craft is a lot of fun for kids. They love it. And if you like rainbows,
I was gonna say you're gonna love this next one.
You're gonna love my next one. This is one of my most favorite things that I've done with my kids. It's really funny, but I loved it.
Yeah.
And this is edible rainbow Sour Patch slime. Whenever I say edible slime, people are always like, "Oh, that's disgusting," but it's so fun.
Is it really
it's
edible?
So
is it
fun.
just the
it
Sour
truly
Patch?
is just Sour Patch Kids. If you melt Sour Patch Kids, it turns into stretchy, gooey slime.
Is it really?
It's so cool. Gummy bears do it too. I've got gummy bear slime on my website too. But the Sour Patch Kids are so brightly colored, and that it just is so cool looking. You don't have to add any coloring or anything, and it keeps that, you know how the sour sugary stuff on the outside, it keeps that grainy sugary texture in it, and so it's just got this cool fun texture to play with. And you put every color together and you make a rainbow, and it's beautiful.
Do you melt them like one at a time?
We do. We do it in separate bowls, so you keep the colors separate, and then you can make it into a rainbow as you stretch it.
That's I've never made slime before. My kids.
We've done a lot of edible slimes. We do regular slime too, but mostly on my site I've posted edible slimes just because I think they're fun and different, and we have a good time with them. My kids get excited when we do a new one.
I would think so.
Yeah. And then let's see, I have another printable. This is Clover word families. So there's four leaf clovers, and each clover leaf has a word that matches up with a different word family.
Give me an example.
Like rhyming words. Like block, sock, rock. What's the fourth one that rhymes with with block? Yes. like that, for example. I should have written more examples in my notes here. But I will share links with you guys. My brain is tired. It's late at night.
I know. We're doing this late, and Karen's, it's way past her bedtime. So.
Not yet.
It's getting close.
All right. And then I have another fun post that's just all rainbow experiments that we've done.
Fun.
And just using little prisms, or if you get an old CD and shine the light on it, it makes rainbows on the wall. If you have a glass of water and you get the light through it in the right way, you can also shine rainbows on the wall. And just fun little ways to create rainbows that my kids have loved. Just a super fun and simple and low cost activity you can do to just bring the rainbows in.
That's fun. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about this. I forgot I did this. When my big kids were younger, I did way more stuff like this. And I used to do a St. Patrick's Day party every year. And like, I don't know if I was quite as creative as this, but we'd have like green Kool-Aid and green food and just fun little activities. like
That's
that.
awesome.
So it's been funny. Like as my next ones are coming up, I think, oh, I should probably bring some of these fun things back.
Well, and that's where I'm at too, because I'm on the second half of my family and
Yeah.
my younger kids, and so I'm repeating a lot of the things I did with my older kids, and it's fun for me that I have blogged about it all these years because I can go back and see things, and my younger kids will say, "Whoa, that looks so fun! Can we do that?"
Yeah.
And so I get to repeat the activities that I did, and I'll rephotograph and put better pictures up anyway because they're all old and terrible to begin with. But it's been a lot of fun for me, and it's pushed me to do it again with my kids too, because I feel bad sometimes that I did more with the bigger kids, but you have more time. You have less kids and more time, right?
Well, I had more kids. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yours are different than mine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it was just something really fun and break it up. And now that I have, like, the 3 big ones are doing college, the next 2 are really self-sufficient. And so I really feel like it would be the bottom 2 of like, hey, let's create this together. But it's funny because of having so many olders, my littles don't want to do the little stuff as much.
Oh yeah.
Because so I know how to make cakes, right? So I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to get my daughter to make cakes with me. Like, let me teach you how to make cakes. Let me do all this fun stuff with you. And she was like, meh. And I thought, oh, or not.
No interest. That's hilarious.
So, like, I don't know. I need to bring some of this back for some of my youngers
Mm-hmm.
because they will think it is so fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I just think it's really important to have a variety of learning activities and styles going on in your home, because if you just are sticking to one way all the time, it's really gonna, I don't know.
It becomes monotonous.
It does. It becomes monotonous, and I just think it's good for our brains to change things up, and it's really good for kids to have activities that they can do with their hands and that are multi-sensory, that just change learning up, and I think it helps learning to stick better if you're doing a variety of learning styles.
Yeah.
So.
I always like to do adding in writing stuff with holidays.
Oh yeah.
Like, here's a prompt.
Yeah, I love
like,
those.
if I caught a leprechaun, I would, right? And then have them write something cute and then draw a picture with it.
Yeah, that's so fun. I love doing those
Just
kinds of things as well.
Little things like
and
that.
you can do that so easily for any season or any holiday. Just throw that together, and kids love them.
Yes, I've created some Mad Libs before.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, I know I have them for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but like they're really fun to throw in stuff like this, or rolling a story, and just different varieties like this of ways to keep your learning fun.
That's great. Well, we hope that this helps you a little bit to just kind of get your creative juices flowing, and stop by and check out some of these fun ideas and share with us some of yours.
I was going to say, just take some pictures and tag us.
Yeah, we would love
we'd
that.
love to see some of your really
your
cute...
St. Patrick's Day breakfasts that you create with green pancakes or whatever it is you do.
Or your Lucky Charms that you buy at the store the night before.
Lucky Charms work too. I just saw a Lucky Charms parfait or something the other day that I was
really?
like, oh.
That's a stretch for
I
me.
know. That was kind of fun. But anyway, share with us your fun ideas too, because we can all learn and grow from each other and better one another in all different ways.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in today.
See you guys.